You gotta love a ski advert on your channel. Right guys, welcome back to the Rider Waxing and UK One Wheel channel. Back in the workshop, working on more boards and skis, just over there, and another board, and another board, and another board. They're stacking up, which is cool. We've got an awesome LibTech Travis Rice Pro. Another one, check this bad boy out. This is the other board to the Travis Rice Orca that I did. This is the backup board, the spare board, the everyday riding board. Obviously it's a switch stance, so it's obviously a twin. This thing is awesome. It's one board I don't have in my collection that I really want to get is a LibTech board, because they are that banana construction and they're meant to be awesome to ride. So we're going to clean this one up, we're going to detail it. I'm going to clean the top coat. There is no top coat damage, which is really, really good. We've got a little bit of PTEX just on the nose up here. There's a couple of little pinprick holes, which we'll fill up with some clear PTEX. But I'm going to pop you in my hand, and we'll have a detailed look at this LibTech. So, here we go. One LibTech. This thing is awesome. A little bit dry, as you can see just here. I've got to get some of that dead material off, but we'll get this looking ship shape. Rails aren't too bad. We will give them a sharpen up though. We've got a bit of a gouge just there, so we might lay some PTEX in there. A little blob just in there. But other than that, we've got two divots just up here. We've got a bit of a high spot, so we'll take the high spot off with a metal scraper just at the front there. I don't know if you can see that. And we'll fill that up with clear PTEX. Again, the rails just run basically from the side all the way down. I love the open nose on the LibTechs. They are awesome. Top coat wise, again, not too bad. We'll give this a full polish and a clean. Rock, awesome helmet. I do like the fully chrome ones. Yeah, awesome, man. 155 in length. We'll tidy up that little bit just there as well. And we'll give this a full detail. So there we go, handcrafted. Yeah, baby. Cool. Right, I'm going to pop you in the stand and we're going to crack on with this one. We'll do a before and after so you can see how shiny. Hopefully we'll get some definition back between the lettering just here and bring some colour back into the base just here, just enriching that base with that wax. So it'll be interesting to see how this bad boy comes out. So let's crack on with this one. Okay guys, so we have sharpened these edges and they are absolutely razor sharp. Lots of nail coming off there. We've dulled and tipped the ends so that will reduce on catching, and we use a gummy stone for that, so that's always quite a good thing. You might see sometimes on snowboard videos people pick up a rock and they start rubbing their rails because they're trying to dull them down. The actual main contact points on here though are super sharp. Really pleased with them. They've come absolutely lovely, which is great. Got the PTEX, so those bits at the end are all filled in. Nasty line just here is all filled in, and we've got a couple of other little holes that we have found. base scrape, so we're already getting that brown back on those LibTech graphics, and obviously the wax will lift that out because the board itself is relatively dry. And then we've used a metal brush. You don't ever get the brush and scrub it like you would scrub a floor. You go in one direction, so simply from the front all the way to the back, be it sideways, be it forward, and that way then you're putting that line and that structure back in the bottom of the board, but also making sure you go over the areas you've PTEX, and that way then you're actually lining the PTEX and not causing a block. Not that it's going to make a massive difference, it's not a performance board, but however, it's just the right thing to do. We'll give this a wipe down then, as basically clean it one more time, and then we're going to apply the wax, and then that will really absorb in. We'll get plenty of heat, so always make sure when you're waxing your board, if you ever were to do it at home, feel the underside of the board. You'll feel it more on the tips because it's thinner. And put your hand just under, and if you can feel the warmth through the board, that's good. You don't want to get it too hot, and always have a look on the wax that you use. There is always a temperature. Now the wax I use is 120, and if you find you're putting it on the iron and it starts to smoke, that's because the actual iron itself is too hot. And just drip it on in a nice format, as you'll see in a second. And I kind of mix it all in, make sure it's flat, and then I do some very slow passes, getting the heat in the board, and then back up, and then back down. A little bit slower than this, so to be honest, and back up again. And I'll do that 3 or 4 times until I feel we've got decent heat in the underside of that board. So it's opening the pores and getting the wax laid in. So that's basically it. And then we put it in the hot room, and that will sit overnight then. And then what I'll do is I'll pop it in the workshop, and then that way there's got plenty of time for the actual board to cool down, holding that wax in, and then we'll scrape it off and polish it. So let's clean it, let's wax it, and let's get back to time lapse. Right, okay guys, the board is now out of the hot room. It's been sat in this freezing workshop of mine, so this wax has gone super hard, and we're going to take this off and expose the base of this board and polish it up so it absolutely flies. Now this is the sister board to the Orca. Funny enough, that board right there, this is the sister board to it. So this is the kind of all mountain board, but when the powder drops, Chris jumps onto that one and shreds the mountain up. And yeah, this board's going to come up lovely. A really, really lovely board is this. Like I said at the beginning, going to get one of these in my life at some point. But PTEX is all done. Going to strip this wax off, polish it up. Then we'll do the before and after, and you can see how cool this board looks. Let's crack on. Right, well happy how this one's come up. Yet again, the shine is phenomenal. That is where we had the 2 holes just up here. And the PTEX has filled that up lovely. You can see obviously the outline of them, but that is so smooth, and the shine. And we've got the great definition now between the colours. That orange is really popping. You can see the actual brush marks. So we've got everything going in one direction. And again, when you come down to the LibTech logo, there is no grey areas, there is no shadowing areas. We've got great colour and a differentiation between obviously the light and the dark. Really happy with this has come up. Really, really happy. But pop you back in the stand, and yeah, let's close. Right, so there we are. One LibTech board, all done. Banana skate. This is ready to go off to Bulgaria, French Alps, and have an absolute rip. I think you'll agree. The shine is fantastic. The colour is fantastic. The top coat is all polished and cleaned. Really happy with this one again. And hopefully Chris is going to have many hours of ripping around the mountains on this. So guys, hit that like, hit that subscribe. Thank you very much indeed for watching. But until next time, we will see you soon.